You're listening to Dead Zone Radio. Well, you probably ghost us. Probably. Hopefully we won't. We love you. I'm your host, Bryce, joined by my two ghostly hosts, Ryan and Josh. Say hi, guys.
Salutations.
What's up, guys?
You got
He
anything
didn't
for
have a
us?
thing
You
this-
didn't have
Well,
anything for
yeah,
us
but
today?
you didn't introduce us.
Well, you can do it now. You can do it
Okay. And I'm unhappy 24/7 ever since Sharon left me. Please just let me see the kids, babe. I promise nothing will go wrong this time. I just can't take it anymore.
now. This is the
Please.
Joker. This is the this is the Joker right here. Wait, what was the first line?
And I'm unhappy 24/7.
Yeah, dude, that was the Joker right there.
So you got to introduce this, and this is Josh.
No, I know.
And this is
I know.
Ryan.
I did that for a reason.
No, I don't think you did. I think you forgot.
No, I completely. I was like, no, I'm not doing them separately this time.
No.
From the disappointment from last show.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Last show did hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that one hurt me. Hurt me inside.
Okay, so before we get into it all, I want to talk about this cool new event coming up that we're all going to be at. It's called Popping Gamer.
What is that?
What's what, Josh?
What is popping gamer?
I don't know.
Not
no,
much.
God.
What's up with you?
No, no. Because the thing is, it's like, because okay, so they, So here's the thing. So normally every Sunday night we'll sit down in a Discord call and we'll plan out how the show goes. We'll make a little outline. Bryce is never there, so it's always me and Ryan. But so the thing is like I actually for once went to bed at a reasonable time last night. I went to bed at 10 o'clock and I woke up at 8:30 this morning. So we're good, boys.
Wow, you got some
But
good
yeah,
sleep.
it was actually kind of legendary. But so I didn't get to be a part of the thing this time. So I woke up this morning. I was like, let me go through and read this because I got to go through and edit some things because these fools didn't add a 21 Pilot song to the list. But anyway, so I went through and I was like, I read that and I was like, what is popping gamer? I was like, what is that? So I came in today and I asked them, I was like, what is that? And they were like, just ask about it on the show. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, just ask me about it. It's a cool convention. So I Googled it and all that came up was like, what is popping gamer on like Urban Dictionary, and stuff. And everyone was like, yeah, it's just like a funny joke. And I was like, where's this convention? Why can I not find it? So just now, as soon as I said it, I was like, oh,
Dude, okay,
no.
so yeah, Ryan tried to get me last night on the Instagram, but you were asleep. So but when he said, "Hey, do you want to go to Popping Gamer?" and I was like, "Hold on." And so I was like, before I responded, I Googled it and I was like, "Wait a minute." And then something clicked and I was like, "I'm not falling for this." And I was like, "Nothing much. What about you?"
So then we unsent the messages to make
Yeah,
sure
we
you couldn't
answered
see
the
it.
message So we would make you fall for it. I'm sorry, Josh. One of us had to fall.
Yeah, I hate you guys.
Well, if anybody wants to come on down to Popping Gamer, it'll be this Monday, as in today, right now. What's popping, gamers? Welcome to the Dead Zone Radio,
Yeah, it's popping.
the #1 gaming podcast radio show in South America. We're so happy to be here. So happy that you guys decided to tune in.
To tune in on
We'll be
TuneIn
doing
Radio.
5 hours straight of League of Legends play, commentary only.
Mhm.
But we will be commentating.
I love that champion.
We will be
What's that champion?
commentating on the Overwatch game we're watching while playing League of Legends. So it
Josh-
might get a
Josh,
little.
What's that champion called in League of Legends?
Frogman.
I love that champion.
I think I saw a guy like that one time. In a
Um,
movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it in a movie one time, I think.
Sure, why not?
I couldn't tell you what movie, but it
It's
was
in a movie
there.
somewhere. That's My Hero Academia.
Okay, yes, that one.
We're just frogs.
Oh no.
Oh no, I stepped on my phone. Yeah, anyway, so cool, great. Thank you for ruining my morning. Not that it was going very well anyways, but I do appreciate that you made it even worse somehow.
Yeah, no problem. Look, we're here for you.
We're friends.
Yeah.
We hate each other
And-
all equally.
And we're the 3 presidents of this great state of America.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, right before we started the show, we got
A blessed image.
a lovely little
Just let me-
a little gift.
Listeners, I want to hear. I want to let you listen to this. That was me kissing
Now,
this person.
if everybody, as if we were in church, let's all open our Bibles, I mean Instagram, and let's all take a little trip over to the Dead Zone fan page on Instagram. Surely you're probably all following this page at this point, I'm sure, as they posted a little picture that says, be sure to be sure to listen in to our 3 presidentials. Why can I not read today, boys?
All right,
all right,
so let
that's
me just
fine,
read it for
that's
you.
fine,
It
that's
says,
fine.
be sure to listen in to our 3 presidents, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then there's a picture of me, Bryce, Ryan, and Aang from Avatar. And it says, do it or get exiled to Ethiopia. And if you swipe over, you then get to see the location of
little picture
Ethiopia.
of
Just in
Ethiopia.
case you
Just
didn't
so,
know.
so you know where it's at.
Yeah.
So, guys, letting you guys know, whoever is not tuning in is strictly going to Ethiopia very soon.
Yes, if you're not listening in, be
you're
prepared.
safe. You're safe.
It will be a free ticket, which is nice.
Yes, but it is Ethiopia.
It is Ethiopia.
You know, and then when everyone asked us, like, a free ticket, how are you going to pay for that? We said, did you not hear us? And we said free. That's what this is for.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. I talked to what's an airline? Boeing? Sure, Boeing. We talked with Boeing, and we were talking with them, and we said, hey, would you like to take most of the U.S. to Ethiopia?
Well, Boeing is
Yes,
not.
I was going to say they're on the airline. They make the planes.
I don't remember. I could not remember a airline company.
All
for
right,
the
here we
life of
go.
me.
Here we go. YouTube challenge. Name all the airlines you can. Go. Southwest,
Southwest Airlines.
Delta,
JetBlue, Delta,
American,
United,
American.
American Airlines.
What's the one that
Alaskan
went down
Air.
the Bermuda Triangle or whatever?
What's the yellow one? Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
What's the green one? Frontline? No.
No,
it's-
what's the one that went down in the that was like lost?
Yeah,
that like
I know
just
what you're
got lost.
talking
I don't know.
Well, it got lost like literally in the Bermuda Triangle or something, and they were like, "Where'd it go?" They have no idea.
I'll let you guys know I've only flown once.
Frontier.
So that's why
that's
I
not the
don't
one that
know
did,
any
Yeah,
but
airlines.
Frontier. I think.
And I don't
that's
believe in capitalist
all
society,
That
so.
I know.
Yeah, that's all we know. Cool. Anyways, we did
That's
it.
pretty
All
good.
right,
That's
guys.
like
I
500
listed about
points at
10
least.
more than anybody else could name. So
We all forgot about
I'd like
Boeing.
to see y'all try.
Shut up.
Oh, we forgot Boeing.
I forgot.
Let's talk about why we weren't here for a week. So we don't want to get too blue again, but we'll just touch on it very lightly. Last time, the three of us boys had a funeral to go to in respect of a coworker of ours whose son passed. We reached out to you guys listening to donate to a GoFundMe page. Since its creation, their goal was about $15,000, and since their creation, they hit about $16,500, which is absolutely incredible.
As of like yesterday, right? Is that when
I don't know.
checked? When did
It was about last week that it hit that goal. It hit
Wow.
the goal before the funeral itself, which was on last Monday,
Crazy.
and then as we kind of got through the days afterwards, yeah, it hit about 1650. So that's amazing. So if any of you that are listening donated, thank you so much to that. That's incredible. We really do appreciate that, and I'm sure the family does as well. I'm sure it's insurmountable the amount of appreciation that they have. So yeah, that's why we were gone last week, but we are back this week. We've got a lot of great things to talk about because, wow, some things happened in the last week that are
yeah.
Wait,
pretty
what?
incredible.
What happened?
I don't know, Josh. What did happen?
Well, all I remember is the part where we got out of the funeral.
Yeah.
So I'm not actually sure I'm
Story
supposed to talk
time.
about this right now because it's later on down the.
It's a little bit later.
It's a little
than
bit later,
we
but you know I'm going to talk about it because it flows. It flows. So sorry, boys, but so we get out of the funeral, right? We're leaving, and then us and like pretty much everyone that worked at our
Yeah,
restaurant,
we were all gonna go to a
we were
bar.
all gonna go meet up just to get some food after the funeral, whatever. So we all get out of the funeral. We get in our car, and like I'm on my way, and then I get a call from Bryce, who lets me know that we get a message on Hot Schedules, which is like the website that everyone used for scheduling whatever at the restaurant. We get a message from our manager saying that as of that day, Morgan Creek closed down without any warning. So we were all just like, "Oh, we're out of a job." Like, so we just got out of a funeral, and all of a sudden, everybody lost their jobs.
Yep.
Without any warning whatsoever. It
It's
was
a warm welcome to the
absolutely
unemployment line.
crazy. So I'm still homeless and jobless, but,
Yeah.
but it's okay. It's all right. So
good.
it's good.
We live in this radio station.
Yep.
We
Arel has let us stay here.
we're
Isn't-
eating
isn't
the
that
left-
right, Arel? Yeah.
we are eating the leftover candy from Halloween, which is only gobstoppers and nerds.
That's all we can. That's all we have to eat. I'm becoming malnourished. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
saying.
No, dude, y'all are doing it wrong. If you like suck on those markers over there, you get a little bit of nutrients.
Oh,
You get
there
some-
are some jugs of water here. We do flavor them with the Expo
yep.
markers.
Yeah,
kind of
Expo
just a
marker.
little dip in there.
Thank you, College of Charleston, for keeping this room supplied.
It's like some ghetto Mio.
Ghetto Mio.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. Yummy.
But wait, but what else happened since then? Am I forgetting things?
Well, we've got our stories to read.
Oh,
We have
right.
some
Okay.
wonderful
Mhm, mhm,
stories. They so these boys had a class. It's creative writing, and they had to write these stories. And I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah,
'cause
we'll
it's
get into
later
it
in the
later, yeah.
story,
Mhm.
but oh my god, it's hysterical.
Yeah. Well, thanks for checking in, guys. We're gonna get into 2 songs now, and then we'll get into giving Josh's 3 words. We'll talk a little bit more about the restaurant, and then we'll go over into talking about some news that happened with MCR.
Yeah, and then we'll
So,
kiss all of you
Yeah,
individually.
and then we'll kiss all of you individually. Thanks for listening.
Line up, fellas.
So we're gonna get into August by Flip Turn, and then The Judge by 21 Pilots. Please don't be mad at us for playing more 21 Pilots. We'll see you soon.
And we're back.
Did you guys have fun with this?
You better have.
Did you have fun with the songs?
Did you listen?
Did you listen?
Did you really listen?
Did you embrace
Did you
those
even
songs?
hear the Josh Dunn and the Judge?
Did you even hear when he said his name?
Yeah. Did you? You punk? You dirty
Were you
little
even
slut?
were you even paying attention?
You guys cut off the end of the song.
What else was left?
He goes, do, do,
It's
do.
like
Oh
slow
my
piano
gosh.
part.
Okay.
You cut it off.
Sorry. You know what? We'll play right now. Here. I hear nothing.
It comes in. There we go. Yeah, there it was. That's
you
the end
go.
of the song.
That was the end of the song.
That was the end of the song.
That was the end of the
There
song.
you
There we
go.
go. I can't believe you guys skipped it like that. Just gonna let
Bro,
it
I can't
go.
believe I just totally skipped that song.
Hey guys, big news.
Big news.
So we just talked to the kind of like manager of the Cistern Yard Media radio program, and he said that
We're
we
the
can
best
possibly.
radio
He said that we're the
station.
best radio station, and that he's canceling all other radio
We're
stations
definitely not putting words into his
because
mouth, by the way.
ours is so good.
We're so funny.
He said we make so many millions of dollars
So
for
much
this radio
millions.
station that actually now we're the managers and the presidents of the world,
You know, it could
and
be billions.
TV's canceled, YouTube's canceled.
It's literally only this show.
It's literally only this
Nonstop.
show from now on.
For the end of time.
It's going to be streamed directly to your brains because we are releasing a little brain chip that is going to have all media streamed directly to your brains and into your eyes, into your ears, into your mouth, into the tastes and smells and sounds.
It sounds like
and
us.
it's just us all the time, and even you can't miss an episode this time
Because
as a
you will be
result.
shot on sight.
Whoa! Did you see that, Bryce? It just went from saying 7 listeners to 7.2
literally
billion
million
listeners.
listeners. Yeah,
because
yeah.
well, it's everyone.
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 Okay, so not even people that understand English are still listening.
Obviously, we're getting translated through their brains.
Oh, because of the brain chip.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
Bryce, you're so
I'm
stupid.
so dumb. I'm just gonna leave. I
Oh my gosh. Oh dang it!
retired. All right, Josh. What's your opinion on this?
The brain chip?
Yeah. Do you think people should put chips
No.
in their brain?
No,
Not
was
even
gonna
potato
say.
chips.
no.
I was going to say, I don't support it. I don't support being controlled by anyone other than yourself.
So, you guys watch Black Mirror?
No.
Sometimes.
Okay, so you've never watched Black Mirror.
I've seen like 3 episodes.
Okay. So it's basically like a dystopian reality.
Well,
right?
I know. I've seen 3 episodes.
Yeah. So, like, what if there was a brain chip, like, to put in your thing to, like, censor?
I would say no.
No?
No.
No? 86?
Mark of the Beast. No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they
What episodes have you seen?
3
They
Which
of them.
the first 3, I guess.
Uh,
No,
first.
I've seen the first episode. I saw USS Callister or whatever it's called, the spaceship one, the Star Trek one.
Oh, yeah, that one's really good. Like, that VR one? What do you think about that? Do you think that could be, like, a reality?
Could it be a reality? Uploading people's like carbon copy personalities. Yeah. Yes, but not in the sense that like they're sentient enough beings to make decisions for themselves.
Mhm. So, to the viewers who haven't watched the show, this basically guy comes up with this idea to basically transport carbon copy their personality into like a virtual space, kind of like virtual reality, but like
He uses
onto a
their
different
DNA
level.
to like
Yeah. And so, in this like dystopian world where he like, it kind of shows the bad side of it. It's like, he basically tortures these people and like basically puts them through like he's like the Captain Picard or whatever, who's the of the ship, and he's like basically tells them what to do and everything, and it's really sad. But it's one of like their best episodes. I think it's really good.
Well, that's the only reason I watched because everybody everywhere was talking about how good it was. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch it. No, it's very good.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't?
No. I saw like the first season, and then I watched like half the second one, and I was like, eh. And then I think I watched the most recent season.
What? Do you remember? Was Black Museum? Was that the most recent season, or is that the season before?
I don't remember. Maybe I didn't watch all the new season.
I can't remember.
I watched
what episodes were in the new season.
I watched the Miley Cyrus one,
That's
and
what the
then
new
the one
season was,
about
yeah.
where the two dudes were like playing the fighting
they were
game.
having sex.
In the fighting
They were
game,
just
yeah,
fucking. Yeah.
pretty much.
So Josh, you want your 3 words?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Bryce and I came up with these already, so we got them ready for you. It's going to be, what was it? Drums.
Spatial.
But you can make these plural if need be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Spatials.
drum or drums, spatial or spatials. And what was that other one?
I forgot.
Uh,
Spatials.
and
drum.
the best one.
Oh,
the best one, Hydro
That's
Flask.
what it was. Yeah, I heard the clink of metal, and I was like, wait a minute, I got it.
It's Hydro Flask.
All right. Sounds good, boys.
So Josh, it's drum or drums, Hydro Flask or Hydro Flask, and spatial.
Gotcha. Cool.
So whatever you can do with those 3, and we'll hear
Okay.
at the end of the show.
Sounds good.
So we kind of already talked about the restaurant already.
Yeah.
But if anybody out there who's listening needs 3 handsome, strong, sexy voices of Adonis,
Yeah, that don't
Man.
really want to work but want to get paid.
a lot of money.
Let
So
us
we're
know.
actually starting a Patreon.
That's
Start doing bonus episodes.
what we need, yeah. So if y'all want to hire us, you
If
just
you guys, if you guys like really loved our show, then you would sign up to our Patreon.
yeah, like if you actually
Yeah,
were
if
our
you,
friends,
like,
if you
loved us-
actually loved us, you'd give us like 20% of every paycheck that you have.
Yeah, we're like the government.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the 3
Yeah,
presidents.
like it's really like paying your taxes, which really is your
Pay your
civic
dues, guys.
duty.
Pay your
It's really
dues.
your civic duty to give us your money for listening to this show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, it's free, but you should be giving us your money because you care about us and love us. Is pretty much all I'm saying. So, I guess if you were our friends, you'd do that. But anyway,
Yeah.
maybe you're
okay.
not. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe you're just not. Maybe you hate us.
Yeah, pretty
Maybe
much.
that's what it's always been about.
maybe you hate us.
Maybe you hate us.
So I want to go into like a different topic here for a second.
Oh no, are we prepared for this?
Probably not, because I'm gonna be playing this through the microphone. And
Oh.
so it's gonna sound really bad. But hold on. I was requested to do this, and I think this is like a good thing to talk about. All right. So I'm just gonna play through it, and I'm gonna see how uncomfortable you get. All right. So don't look.
This
at my
is
phone.
so terrible for live
Yeah,
shows.
It is. All right. So just give me 1 second, guys. Stupid capitalist society and their dumb ads.
So you weren't even ready.
I was. I clicked on the video, and then it gave me this.
So you weren't ready?
I am totally ready. All right. So here you go. Oh my god.
Nope,
Okay, so
wasn't even
Hold
the
on,
right
hold on,
video.
hold on. So I'm just gonna play this.
I can
How?
tell it's not even going into the audio. You know, if you were better prepared for this, we could have just
Is this
played
the
it.
new alphabet?
It's the new alphabet.
Yeah.
It's just not even
Nope,
coming through.
not even coming through. So
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
maybe.
Anyway, maybe you shouldn't bash me, Ryan, for trying to come up with topics.
so
So shut
I
up.
think
Well,
it's,
we had plenty of topics here
I
ready.
think that okay. So if you couldn't hear it, if I can remember it correctly, because I've only heard this once before and just now, I think it was like A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O
Yeah,
P
it's
Q
exactly what it is.
R S T.
QRS.
Oh, am I wrong? No. I said no.
Yeah,
Oh,
take Q.
L M N O P Q
Oh, okay.
R S T U V W X Y Z or something. It's like
yeah,
it's
something
yeah.
like that. I just want to discuss this because that made me uncomfortable. And
Like,
how
bruh,
they're
because
changing the
that
song.
was the best part. And like, Greece will be like LMNOP, like
Yeah, you got that like little triplet going on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
LMNOP.
Got some fire.
So
And the
I'm
alphabet song.
actually on the supportive side of the new song because I think
This
it
is why we
makes
cancel Ryan.
no, I think it makes complete sense to do it that way.
but it sounds bad.
It sounds bad.
I think it just sounds unnatural to you. because it's different?
Well, yes, but like I'm saying, it's cooler the other way.
Yeah, but like
You may
the
be
thing
right
is,
that it's easier.
the thing is I understand why they did it, but like, bruh, no, it sounds bad. Like, 'cause
Well-
the other one is like, yeah, you get to that part, but oh, this is the good part. But my teacher did always get mad at us for being like, no, it's not one word, it's not element of P, like it's it's LMNOP. But I was just like, but everyone was like, nah, element of P, like.
I think of all the kids with like cognitive disabilities that can't quite understand that, and because like Josh and I have a classmate in our creative writing class who has a learning disability of sorts and has trouble understanding verbal communication. So one time the teacher said that for an assignment we had to go somewhere we had never been before and write about that. And as a joke, the teacher said, "Yeah, why don't you just go to New York City?" And so the girl was very stressed. She thought she literally had to go to New York City for her writing assignment. And she was getting very flustered and was like, "I can't do that. Like, how am I supposed to get the money to do that?" And I'm like, "Oh no, this has gone terribly wrong." And so that's what my mind goes to in situations like that. So no, I'm glad that we have this new version. So us cognitive normies can shut up and can be more accepting of this new alphabet song.
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm an elemental P
Yeah,
guy until I
elemental P.
die.
Gang right
I will.
here.
I will rep that to the grave.
LMNOP gang, I guess.
Like again, like I totally understand and like I get it, but like if that's gonna be the case, write a new song. Like don't try and like incorporate that because it sounds off. Like it doesn't sound right. It doesn't like flow well. Like when I heard
No
it,
flow.
I was like,
generation's not gonna have any flow.
we've ruined a whole. Yeah, we've
the
ruined
rap
it. We've
game for
ruined
the
it.
We've
ruined
through
it.
all of time.
I think before you could argue that we let rappers get away with going like no, and having like not
No,
actually even saying
no.
anything. Iggy's alien.
What would be so funny is that like imagine like a kid rapper like coming up like in his school like he comes up like all like he's so cool and everything. He starts that song. He's like, "All right, guys, clear the room." They make a circle around him. He's like, A B C D E F G H I J K LMNOP, and then the whole class goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, I'm sure that's spiked. But yeah. But the thing is, it's like, okay, so Lila said that she hates it too. So I'm glad to know that it's not just
Yeah,
me
we're
and
so-
Bryce
we're so-
being haters.
Yeah.
I have a bigger dilemma with this
I
whole
think
thing.
I think Ryan's just good with change.
Maybe. But I have a bigger dilemma with this whole thing. And
Okay.
it's not the change of the matter. It's when this was going around on Twitter and everything, people were saying like, quote unquote, they changed the song. And I'm like, who?
Yeah.
First of all, who?
The teachers.
Actually, who did change that? Though?
Who gets the right to just be like, and but who are they referring to? Like they changed it, like it's different now, and like we all just were like it changed, and we're just accepting it.
No,
We're not happy with it, but like it's changed now, and I'm like, who is
I
they?
guess you're right.
No,
Who
we're
just did it?
stupid. We're stupid, bruh. It's the top 1% of the top 1%.
The 1%.
No, because they want to keep us dumb, Josh. They'd be the ones to not make it easier.
But the thing is like they know that no one's gonna care. So
No, the top 1% of the top 1% wants to keep us dumb,
society.
so that we can't rise up and make changes in this world.
I don't
So
know,
they
man.
wouldn't make the change. They'd want to keep us dumb and our brains slick. So no,
gotcha.
I don't think it's them.
So you're saying you don't think it's them because they don't want to make, but wouldn't that make us dumber? Because without that extra like flair to the song.
No, I would say
They're
that.
extinguishing creativity.
Yeah.
They're
No, I would
This is
say
why the arts aren't
No,
getting
it-
funding, guys.
I would say it's more creative to make a change than it is to keep with the flow.
Mm.
You know,
Gotcha.
this isn't their MO. I'm sorry, boys.
So who do you think?
I
it
hate
is?
capitalism, but I don't think that this one is capitalist.
Who do you think it is though?
I don't know. But
The commies.
and I don't I don't care so much who it is, but I just want to know like why was everybody like they, and I'm like who is they?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think that was you're looking at like the main tweet that came out, right? It
No,
was, like,
everybody was
it's
like
but,
they changed.
Yeah,
it.
you're right. Who is they?
Yeah.
Who is making? Is it like a board? Is it the?
Yeah.
Bruh,
Congress?
it's
Like-
Gossip Girl, dude.
It's got.
Gossip Girl.
Gotcha.
Okay.
She did it.
Well,
She back.
speaking of change, big changes. Josh, you want to lead us into the jacket you're wearing and talk
Okay.
about that?
MCR came back, boys. So I know that we're a little late, and like I get it, but it's like we weren't here for a week, so we weren't able to talk about it. But like MCR came back, and I'm blown away because that's something that I never thought was going to happen. Ever since they disbanded and everything, and I remember there's been many, many times over the years since then that people have been like, "This is it. This is proof that they are coming back this time," and then it was always just something else, or it just turned out to be like a false thing. But so like, and I like never thought that was going to happen because, like Gerard Way said many times, it's not going to happen. And even earlier this year, he was like, "Look, we're all very happy where we are in our lives right now. That we just don't want to come back to the band, and that's fine, and that's okay." And I was like, that blows, but like whatever, I get it. Like live your life, because I like Gerard's music. I'm happy he's working on Umbrella Academy, and everything that he's doing comic book wise, and Frank Euro has his band going on. They're doing great, whatever. But
What's his band?
Frank Euro and something I can't remember. I can't remember the end of it.
Oh.
But no, like so I never thought it was gonna happen. I never thought it was, and then the day that it happened, I was like, you've got to be joking. So I almost dropped all of the money that I had from I almost dropped all the money that I had to go buy a ticket and a plane ticket to California to go
What's
see
his
him in
last name?
December. Iero. So I almost dropped it to go see it, and then luckily I didn't because of our job. But so it worked out well for me. But no, it was absolutely crazy. I'm so gassed that they came back and whatever. So I don't know, but like we were talking about it yesterday. So it's kind of so I'm to Ryan and Bryce is gonna be like me just repeating myself, but whatever. It's worth talking about. The thing is with them coming back, it's like, is this a full comeback or is it just like kind of like a reunion show? Like and that's something that I don't know, because I never thought they would come back at all, reunion show or otherwise. So are they gonna come back and make new music, or is it just them doing a reunion thing? And also on top of that, like, are y'all gonna tour? Because like they're playing that one show and then they're like headlining like 3 festivals around the world or something like that. But I wonder if they're gonna go on an actual tour. But regardless, I don't know if they're gonna come back and make new music or what's going on, because we were kind of talking about it yesterday. Is their last album that they did before they disbanded was called Danger Days: The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, and it's a good album, but it's definitely just different than everything they ever made prior to that. And that's kind of the spirit of the album, and it kind of was met with mixed reviews. It's like some people liked it, genuinely. Some people liked it just simply because it was My Chemical Romance, but a lot of people, especially My Chemical Romance fans, were just not here for it because it was so different in terms of sound. It was almost more pop punk than it was, that kind of emo hard rock thing that they had been had going for them before. And plus, it's also like everything they had done before, like that. It both in like color and everything else was just like very dark, very black and everything. And this one was the opposite, very, very colorful. So it was interesting because they did something incredible with everything they had done before. I don't want to say that it was them, but like almost single-handedly, they kind of steered that whole genre, like the whole like emo type genre. They took the whole thing and almost single-handedly drove the whole thing. There were definitely people supporting it that I'm not dissing by any means, but My Chemical Romance really did something special in terms of like, letting people at that time know that it was okay to like what you liked, to be yourself, whatever, even if that was that angsty teenager, that was an okay thing to do. That's just that point in your life. So like, they kind of got, unfortunately, nailed down to that emo stereotype, and that was something that they never liked. They never set out to be the emo band, but it's just kind of what ended up happening, for better or for worse. But I know that Gerard personally hated it, and so with Danger Days, they set out to kind of change that, to rebel against everyone, labels, in terms of record labels and labels that were just given to them in name, to be something else, to make something new of themselves. And unfortunately, that rebellion was slightly contrived, and you can kind of hear that when listening to the album, that they're kind of trying to be different, to make something that sounds different than Three Cheers or Black Parade or anything like that. So in a sense, you can kind of hear how contrived it is, but I wouldn't say that it's like them selling out, because it's a very genuine, they want it to be something new. But unfortunately, because of that, the album kind of flopped, and it kind of hurt the band. And there was a period of time where they were saying like, we're not going to go away, like the only reason we'll stop is when the world no longer needs My Chemical Romance. Well, unfortunately, that album kind of proved that nobody needed My Chemical Romance, at least in the sense of what they were trying to be. So they kind of left. And so it's unfortunate, but so I never thought that they would come back because of that, because Gerard has been making different music. Nobody really liked his solo album, Hesitant Alien. Only a select few did. My Chemical Romance fans didn't care for it. and stuff like that. And his new music is wonderful. His singles, we played one of them last time, Baby You're Haunted House. They're all very fun and great to listen to, but not My Chemical Romance. So I'm wondering if they come back with new music, what that's even going to sound like. Like, what is that going to be?
I don't know. I'm hoping for something at least. I just want something.
The thing is like I don't know what I want. Like in terms of like, do I want them to make new music? I don't know. I really don't know because I think I'll be happy with whatever they make because I enjoy what Gerard does. I enjoy what he does solo wise and whatever. So I don't think I would be too upset if it sounded kind of like Danger Days. But I like. At the very least, I just want them to tour. I just want them to tour, and I would love to go see them live and hear it and everything and just be there for once. That would be such a magical moment. That's all that I want in terms of that.
I definitely want to go see them live, too.
Yeah, I would love that. That would just, my emo heart has been pumping black ink through my veins ever since they came back. So I would love to go see them live.
Squid over here.
Yeah, you know me. Yeah, very exciting time.
See, I was never really into them. Still can't really get into them now. Yeah, but it makes my heart happy to see you boys so excited about this.
I was as soon as they came back. This from what I've been listening since they've said their return. I've been listening to like Black Parade and Three Cheers like nonstop on my way to school. I'm just like just screaming my fucking throat heart out. My not as black heart as Josh.
No, it's great. And the thing is I know that there are a lot of people that find their music to be grating, and that's okay. That's fine. Just not every like musician or whatever is for everyone, and that's okay. But the thing about My Chemical Romance is I feel like even if you don't like them, there's a level of respect that goes there because it's because they certainly did do something incredible. They earned their place in history as like for what they did, and so it's like. I'm so gassed, boys. I can't even tell you. Like, they were like, yeah, we should talk about it. And I was like, yes, we're going to talk about it. And so I wasn't part of the process of setting up what they were going to do. But I went through this morning, was looking at it, and I was thinking, because up next we're going to play Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance.
I love it.
And it's
a
fantastic song, fantastic song.
Right now.
But I'll say I was sitting in the class, and I think I changed that song about 36 times. Like, I went through, like, all the ones that I wanted to play instead, and I was like, oh, but I really want it to be, like, they do to guys like us in prison. Like, I want to do, like, all this stuff, and then I was like, oh, fine, I'll leave it at Famous Last Words. But I got to tell you, I changed that song about 36 times because I couldn't figure out which...
You're going to change the next song.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Like, I just couldn't figure out because I thought about it. I was like, because then after that comes Always by Panic at the Disco. I was like, how weird is that going to be going from like a really harder song to like Always? And then I was like, I don't know if that flows. I was like, no, I kind of like it. So so I left it. But no, yeah, I couldn't decide which one would be the best to play because they're all so good. And like, I'm just so gassed that they're back and so excited about it. But Famous Last Words is fantastic.
What Josh is wearing right now is the Black Parade jacket.
Yeah.
Looks clean.
You can check that out on the. Dead Zone Radio Instagram. It's on
on my Instagram. It's
it's on Ryan's. Sorry, my bad.
It's on my Instagram. All right. Well, why don't we get into these songs, boys?
All right, fellas.
About some MCR. Let's get into Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance, and then we'll get into Always by Panic at the Disco. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. A self-insert. Do you remember how much you wanted to be around me 3 days ago? It's gone now, right?
Long gone.
Because it was her. From the beginning, it was Nessie who wanted me there.
Nessie? You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Freeze. Time stops. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, I was struggling to find a good enough idea to write about for either of these writing prompts. Then my friend and classmate, Ryan, told me to do a self-insertion into Twilight. I've seen the movies, unfortunately, but I really couldn't remember much about them or pick a scene I'd like to add on to. However, this one line has always stuck with me. Apparently, it's stuck with many others as well. So now that's how I got here, but how did we, the audience, get here to this vomit-inducing line? Well, the author, Stephanie Meyer, penned this line into the final book of the series, Breaking Dawn. That was the root of the evil, but then, for some reason, the people who adapted the book into a film decided to keep it. To this day, I can't figure out if this line was supposed to be funny or not. Its odd placement, mixed with Kristen Stewart's wooden delivery, just leaves me confused. So when Ryan tasked me with inserting myself into Twilight, this is what I chose to change. Let's rewind. Time rewinds. Play.
Long gone.
Because it was her. From the beginning, it was...
Stop! I run into frame between Bella and Jacob.
Who the hell?
Listen, I know what you're about to say, and you have to not say it, please.
Growl. Who are you?
You don't know me, but I'm here to prevent one of the biggest dialogue flaws in the history of film. You're the key. I'm here to set the process of erasing the line in motion, but only you can truly do it.
Why should I listen to you? I don't even know who you are.
You're right, but you can listen to me because I'm Team Jacob. My fingers are crossed behind my back because I am not Team Jacob.
What does that even mean? No, wait. Even if I did listen to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
I approach Jacob and whisper in his ear, "You were about to call Bella's daughter Nessie."
So, that's what I call her. It's short for Renesmee.
Look, I'm not here to argue about how stupid of a nickname Nessie is for a cool name like Renesmee, but if you had said that,
What?
Bella would have said,
You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Oh, that's
bad.
really bad. Okay, so what do I do instead?
I don't know. Think of something.
I'm the hot meathead character. I'm bad at thinking.
Keep your head up. Now's not the time to falter. Maybe you're not written to be the most thoughtful guy, but you're more than just the hot meathead. You're a lovable hunk. I almost vomit while saying this.
Oh, whoa, you okay, man?
I slap Jacob on the back and push him towards Bella. Now get out there and save this movie. No, your movie.
What the hell just happened?
Jacob does a little dance. Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 would go on to be a box office flop despite the removal of one of the movie's worst lines. Even such a crucial change could not change fate.
Josh, you want to give us a little context for
Round of applause, boys. Great job.
Okay,
Great
so
job.
for our creative writing assignment that particular day, we had two writing prompts to choose from. One was we could write a scene into one of our favorite movies. We had to write like an original scene for it, or you could write about a place that you loved. You could write 500 words about a place that you loved.
Someone that was important to you.
Yeah, so a place that was important to you, right? So Ryan and I were both like, "Bro, what do we do?" Because I'm bad at writing dialogue, and I was like, how do I add onto a movie that I like and add dialogue that sounds convincing? You know, that sounds like the characters or whatever. So I was like, I don't know if I can do that, but also writing about a place that's important to me. And you can't write about yourself in the place, by the way. You can't write about, like, this is so important to me because, like, one time I did this here. You just had to write about the place. And I was like, that sounds boring. Like, I don't know if I can do that. So Ryan and I were both like, what do we do? And then we decided, hey, why don't we tell each other what we have to write about? So Ryan told me to insert myself into a scene from Twilight. And like I said in the thing, of course I've seen the movies, unfortunately, but I couldn't really think of anything that I was like, God, I would love to be in that. Like, so then I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that line. I hate it so much. So I decided to do that. And so for Ryan's, I told him that
Let's not say what it is.
Okay, right. Either way. I told him that he has to write about a place that's important to him, and this place that I chose for him, I told him to write about it like he loves this place. Like he could not wait for this writing prompt because he just loves it so much. So Ryan, why don't you go ahead and read it?
Okay, a preface for this reading. I hope you all enjoyed Josh's, but a preface for this reading. This is not to be down on anybody who needs to shop from
This place.
discount stores or anything of this nature. This is totally just the what the prompt was. So here we go.
Just a fun assignment.
This is the assignment I've been waiting for. Now I have finally been given the chance to illustrate to all of you a place of grandeur and renowned enchantment. Those bright yellow commons, like sunshines in their wake, beacon to each other, each and every passing member of a dull population. Possibly no other franchise has built a reputation of being so elegant, pure, and affordable quite like this. It's nearly impossible to portray quite a beacon of splendor without inserting some personal memory or intimate moment spent within these four beautiful walls. Although, beautiful is an understatement, really. The pitiful English language doesn't possess the capabilities necessary to adequately describe Dollar General. Unfortunately, North Charleston, commonly referred to as the Paris of the South, only houses 5 of these masterpieces. The gum along the wall and the ooze toy long ago flung and stuck to the ceiling above the children's aisle tells stories and personifies this establishment as a museum of sorts. In regards, Dollar General may as well be the Louvre itself. One can imagine hosting a wedding in front of those cash registers when church bells sound upon entering the front door. Aisles and aisles grace this aisle of brilliance that harbors only the best products like Dixie and Delicat. I entertain anyone to point me to a store, emporium really, where one can purchase exactly 1 Hot Wheels car and a Larry the Cable Guy brand mac and cheese and walk out only $2 the lighter. God herself would need a magnifying glass. What is most intriguing is the history written on the walls. In the bathroom stalls are most alluring scribbles in respect for each other's matronly caretakers. Phone numbers, probably for catering or reservations, as not everyone can just walk into a Dollar General and expect service. And what one can only assume are talks of gratuity, For the employees, as they always mention providing tips of some kind and giving people what they deserve. Finally,
We're back.
Finally, Dollar General only hires the best of the best, only the most prestigious of resumes with the best references. This is why every location only has one employee working 9 to 5 who looks exactly like Dolly in the flesh. Family Dollar shudders at the thought of this competing business stealing their man. It can be quite a fallacy to use absolutes, but simply no one has lived until they've bathed under those fluorescent lights and the smell of exotic, foggy air that reminds of a luxury car zooming past on a very hot day. Many would like to say that Dollar General feels like a home, but it really is too distinguished for such familiarity. We should all count our lucky stars to exist in a timeline where you can walk into such a building, take 12 minutes to find the highlighters that for some reason are in the makeup aisle because someone thought it was the other kind of highlighter when stocking, and realizing they're not really saving money when one highlighter for $1 is more expensive than 5 for $3 at another store. It's not about that, though. It's about the experience. It's about the memories. It's only ever been about Dollar General.
Such a classic. So good. Yeah, no, it was great. I was like, bruh, you have to write about the dollar
Killed it.
store. Like, you
Killed
just
it.
love it. Like, you love the
You
dollar
love it
store
so
so much.
And you did a great job.
It was awesome.
Very good job, boys.
It was-
that was incredible.
Thank you.
They sent that in our group chat, and I was like, they were the only ones that like knew about it, and so when I saw it, I was like, we have to talk about this. This is hysterical.
So good.
Well, I'm pretty proud of it, Josh. What do you think? You pretty
Yeah,
proud
no,
of these?
I thought it turned out so good, and everyone in our class did too. The people
Yeah.
that you read it to loved it.
Well, no, I mean both of ours.
Well, no, unfortunately, the people in our group didn't really see Twilight, so they were like, okay, but like, this is fine. Like, I don't really
I mean,
care.
I've never seen like that movie, but I think the fact that they say that line is hysterical.
It's so good. Yeah, but no, yeah, Ryan was met with great like acclaim. It was so good.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're a great writer.
It was wonderful.
You're a great
It
writer.
was fantastic.
Well, I'm just so glad that everybody listening in was privileged enough
Everyone
to.
loves Dollar General.
Well, I'm glad they were, privileged enough to hear both of ours because all of our listeners are giant Twilight fans, and I'm so glad that they could listen to such, beautiful self-insert, this YN tie-in to such a beautiful franchise.
Yeah, love it.
Love it.
So thank you all so much for listening to those stories. We're very proud, and maybe if we have some similar funny ones, we'll read more. Because I think all the other ones that we wrote were pretty. Well, I wrote the one about Stephen King getting tortured by adverbs.
I wrote
but-
the one about the mind reader. I thought that one was good.
Well, I mean, in terms of funny ones. But,
yeah, it's not funny,
But,
it was just good.
We've got some other good ones in the bag there, so maybe we'll read them at some point in the future.
Heck yeah.
Well, we've got some fun times coming up this week, boys.
Heck
Fun
yeah.
times.
Yeah. We are going to see Josh.
Waterparks.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see
Waterparks.
Waterparks in concert. Very, very
Yes.
excited because I
I'm
love
so
this lad, Austin. I mean, I love all the lads,
love
but
Waterparks.
Austin is a great lad.
I'm gonna give him a piece of ham.
You done? Either way, very, very, very excited to go see them. They're touring in support of their new album, Fandom, which I think is just okay. Like I thought it didn't kind of stack up, but I know that Ryan really, really enjoyed it. So like,
Well, I just think it is more enjoyable than people so far have given it the credit for. There were definitely some songs on that album where I'm like, eek, not your best work. But there are some on there where I'm like, maybe your best work. So
yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that any of the songs on there are. Well, I don't know. That's a tough one because I was gonna say I don't know if any of them are their best work, but there is a level of like, wow, they really killed it
War
with
crimes.
this one. So like so I don't know. Like I felt kind of conflicted about it a little bit, only because I think that like Double Dare and Entertainment just come out the gate like one after the other. Every song and there's like bop 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 bop, and then it's like you get an Entertainment and it just feels a bit more like almost whiny. I know I kind of talked about that, like lyrical content. It sounds a little bit more whiny, but also the thing is as I was thinking about it, I'm not really gonna crucify Austin too much for writing about what he feels like he wants to write about, or like where he's at in that point in his life. So if that's what he needs to get out and that's what he needs to say, like I'm not gonna crucify him too hard for it. But that being said, like I'm also not gonna say that just because I like Waterparks and just because I like Austin that like I think they're infallible of making a bad song or something like that.
No, there's some
And-
bad songs on there.
And not that I'm saying fandom is bad. I'm not saying that at all. So please don't come at me. But like, I'm just saying, like compared to Double Dare and Entertainment, which were just both so strong, and I mean, especially Double Dare, which has like 16 songs on it, or as many as it does. Like, for every single one of those to be a bop, that's something else. Like that's something really hard to do. So like, go off. But yeah, so anyways, they're touring in Sport of Fandom. I'm very, very, very excited to go see them. I've never seen them live before, so it'll be my first time. I've been really looking forward to it. We thought about getting VIP, but we're poor, so good thing we did.
Yeah, good thing we
lost our
didn't.
jobs. But it'll be dope. So I'm very, very excited.
We have something that me and a coworker of ours did at work one time. It was really a religious experience, I would say, and it was where we took a slice of ham and we laminated that slice of ham. We put it through a lamination machine, and we hung it in a frame at work, which is a restaurant that many people would come into and have opportunity to see this slice of ham laminated
More of a museum
and
than a
hung.
restaurant.
Yeah, it really was like a sort of museum
Because
piece.
the Mona Lisa
Right.
has its place.
Uh-huh.
The ham
has its place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, since that restaurant has shut down now, unfortunately, and we're all homeless and jobless, I believe that we're going to take that piece of ham and do our best to hand it to Austin himself and pass along this. What would you call it? A relic of sorts?
I'd say a like how Christianity has the cross. It's like how we have ham.
I would say
Wow.
a hamination.
Okay, well, 50th.
The amount of times that we heard that after it got done, oh my! But that's what it would be called.
So y'all should come to the Waterparks concert and see us try to give a laminated slice of ham, which also has a laminated dollar inside of it.
Yeah.
A laminated slice of ham and $1 to Austin Knight.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
I think we really need the dollar because we don't have jobs anymore.
The thing is like, I don't want to say that this laminated ham is going to be the new tooth bat, but
But it
Some
will
might
though.
say.
But it will.
It will.
People who
will.
don't know this.
But the thing is,
Waterparks
it's like
has a lyric called something with tooth bat, right?
no,
Doesn't they have a lyric in like Tantrum?
like
No.
yes, but it's not necessarily like referencing the tooth bat.
Then how did the tooth
He-
bat become?
He basically says that like he's gonna take their teeth if they speak ill on like him and everything like that. So basically that's kind of where the tooth bat came from, is that like he would hit him in the face with a bat and their teeth would be stuck into the bat. So that's more or less where it came from. So it's not necessarily explicitly referenced, but ever since then, the man has just been receiving an unprecedented amount of tooth bats. So like he has like a little hanger in his apartment where he just hangs them all up, and there are some vile ones.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of them are just like, there's a bat and there's like teeth in there and it's like gross to look at, but then there's one that looks like flesh. Like I don't even know what to tell you. It's like I'm like, ugh, it's bad. It's tough. But yeah, so hopefully he receives just an amazing amount of ham that was laminated. Although I'll say that
Nobody eats it.
that anyone who can like laminate the ham, like that's a feat, because we were saying they were trying to jam that piece of ham through the laminator. It was rough.
It was
It's
it was
molding.
it was
It's
a
molding.
challenge. I don't know.
I think it is by its sides.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
I think it's drying out a little bit.
Yeah.
But we
It's-
laminated it pretty well. I think it's
Yeah.
got one little hole on
Jerky.
the top. Yeah, we're just making jerky. This is the long
making
game.
jerky.
This is just the long game to make jerkies. You laminate a piece of ham,
Pork jerky.
pork jerky. Yeah, you just laminate a piece of ham, leave a little hole in there, and just let it dry out. That's just how you make jerky, folks. That's just
Easy. We
That's
can all
it,
do at
folks.
home. We
Look,
can all do it
folks.
at home.
look, folks. Try this at home.
Try this at home.
Try this at home. Get a
Laminate-
ham.
Go ahead. get your
Laminate
mom,
the ham.
Tell her to go get you some ham.
Mhm.
Go get you some ham.
Yep.
Go to the market. Go be like, hey mom, give me a slice of ham.
Mhm.
Just one slice.
And-
if you bring me any
and-
more, I'll kill you.
And the deli man says pre-laminated, or will you
Lam-
be laminating it at home? And your mother says, "Who are you?" And he says, "It's me, Mark. You've been coming here for 4 years. I'm the deli guy." And she goes, "No, what happened to the old deli guy?" And he says, ma'am, you shouldn't be asking so many questions. Now go home and laminate this ham with your son before bad things happen to you. And so then you go home and you laminate the ham with your mom, but you have a challenge to do it because it's thicker than you think it was. And then you also think, well, maybe we can do a slice of cheese, but then you're like, oh no, it'll probably melt. And then I'm at work now, and if I use the Works lamination machine, then I'm going to get cheese all over it, and I'm going to get in trouble. But if you go to my Instagram and you watch the video, you see that our general manager is standing with me and laughing her butt off while we laminate this piece of ham. And so I don't think I would have gotten in trouble for it.
This is why Morgan Creek got shut down.
Amen.
So anyway, laminated ham and $1.
When you were telling the story, I was having one of those moments where you had with me of, where is this going?
I was determined to not let that happen.
I was letting you keep going. I was supporting you.
Thank you.
Of course.
I felt those vibes.
Yeah, it was. If we had a vibe check right now, I think we'd all pass it.
Hey y'all, are y'all vibing out there, listeners? Dear listeners.
Hold on. Do you hear that? One of you out there is not vibing.
I don't hear that. I think they're all vibing.
You stop it right now. You better start vibing.
No, Bryce. If you intimidate them, they're going to stop vibing.
No?
I think everybody out there's vibing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. We're good.
No.
Sounds like it's time to run a vibe check, fellas.
All right.
No, I'm not
Mandatory
gonna.
vibe check
I'm not
going
gonna run a
out.
vibe check because if somebody's off guard, but no, I think I felt everybody vibing out there.
Yeah, don't run a vibe check. I'd definitely fail it.
Well, speaking of vibe checks, I think everybody would be in a better situation if they listened to Waterparks' new. What would you call this, boys?
It's
Song.
like, well,
It's not a new song.
So it's definitely like I would just say it's a new single that they released, but it's a mashup of the entire Entertainment album. It's a bop. It's very good. So it's like we were like, oh no, which Waterpark song do we play? We can play all of them.
Yeah, we could literally play all of them. You guys are gonna enjoy. It's fucking.
Would you call this a
fun.
medley? Like
I would say mashup.
a mashup? So it's a mashup of the entire Entertainment album. So it's called Entertainment 2019. It came out.
No. Sorry, I'd say a mega mix. I would say
yeah,
mega mix.
Yeah.
A mashup is
It's a
like if you
cool
take
word.
two songs and
songs
like
into
mix
one.
and
Yeah,
and like
got it,
mix
got it,
them.
got
A mega mix is like if you just take all the songs and they don't necessarily combine into one big thing. It's more kind of like a medley, just a little bit more intense.
I would use medley personally.
Yeah.
So this came out 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4
2
days ago,
days
5
ago.
days ago,
Two-
6 days ago,
about
7
a
days
year
ago, 8 days ago.
Yeah, we're in
9 days
2020 right
ago. Let's
Yeah,
play
yeah.
the song.
Hey guys, guess what?
What's that?
We're back.
What?
We're back.
Huh?
We're back.
Where?
Hold on.
I'm front.
I'm bottom.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Guys, later.
Goodbye, guys. Can you bring us back up, please? Would you
Yeah,
mind doing
yeah,
that?
sure.
Yeah, thanks. I
Alright.
appreciate that.
Of course.
All right, so
We're back.
Oh, hey, guys. Oh, hey, guys.
I
What's
just
up?
noticed we're back.
Oh, hey,
and
what's
Josh
going on,
is
guys?
front and
Man,
you're
what if we
bottom.
were like funny then?
I wish we were.
Man,
I
that'd be
really
so
wish
cool.
we were.
That'd be so
I'd
cool.
actually laugh for once.
Maybe. Doubt it.
I'm not allowed to laugh.
He's
Okay.
not allowed to laugh. God forbid him. If he sees him laugh, he'll smite him immediately.
Oh, really? Stop. Stop it. Stop giving him reasons to do that.
That was
I don't need a
unintentional.
reason. I don't need a reason, fellas. Anyways,
So
so
one of the reasons we named this show The Dead Zone is because of Josh.
yeah, I did I come up with the name? I think I did.
No, I can't remember the name.
I think Ryan did.
Did he? Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember because I remember we were all just sitting there. We were like trying to come up with names. We were like,
Yeah, it was like the day,
We
of
were
the show.
sitting in Five Guys, and we had
Yeah.
to leave in the next 5 minutes to get
To
to the meeting
where we
to
came-
where we had to tell them what
our
the name
name,
was. And
yeah.
I was like, let's just call it Dead Zone Radio because nobody's going to listen. And then that
Gotcha.
was
There
it.
you go. And what do you know? No one's listening.
Nobody.
yeah.
We have 0 listeners. That's not true.
That's
we have
crazy.
we actually have 54 listeners right now. Isn't that
Wow,
crazy?
we have actually
Are you serious?
7.4 billion
Yeah.
listeners.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Remember, if you are not listening to this,
You are going to get arrested and killed and shot.
no, you're going to be sent to Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Well,
right.
yeah.
Hey, actually, hold on. Actually, let me just. Okay, so obviously, I don't want to know who made the fan page, but why Aang?
Yeah,
If whoever runs the fan
The
page can
genuine curiosity in the
like,
why and
like
Yeah.
yeah,
is
like
really
if
good.
like if anyone whoever runs the fan page can just comment under the thing as the fan page like why they chose to put Aang in there, like not complaining. I'm
Yeah.
just curious as to why he
Don't give us any indication of who you are, but we just want to know why Aang.
yeah.
Yeah, and again, not complaining, like dope, but
Yeah, is there a part of the joke that we're missing?
Yeah.
Even if there's not, if there's just you are not missing any of the joke, if that was just a random inclusion, totally fine. But if I want to know the full joke, if there's a reason that you did ang of everybody.
Yeah. So I just needed to know.
Yeah.
So please, I implore you to reply. I would love to know.
Well, speaking of listening, we possibly just keep your hearts and eyes and ears and bodies open, because it is possible that we may need to change our show time. So, of course, currently we are doing Mondays 1 to 2:30 every week. But as we are all about to get new jobs, and with school schedules changing, it is possible that we may need to change to a different day. We're not sure what that is right now. We were thinking of doing Thursday nights, but that was before we lost our jobs, and might have to change that idea again. So just let us kind of know. Maybe you guys can let us know what works best for you, and we can kind of work around that. We love doing this show. We love every second of planning it and doing it. It just really brings a lot of joy and expectation to our lives, of things that we get to look forward to, and just the joy of being together and being friends, and just
Hating
being some
each
guys,
other.
being dudes,
Yeah,
being
we
bros,
really
being
hate
guys,
each
being
other
gay,
so
and we
much.
just get to really love
Sorry,
each
what was
other.
that last part?
And so if you guys just want to kind of reach out to us and let us know a good time that would work for you. We like this Monday time, but maybe there's one better out there. And
Maybe there's one better.
yeah, so
you know?
just let us know what you think. We want to hit as many listeners live as we can. Obviously, we upload our videos to YouTube.
So actually, what I want to do, tell us what time works best for you.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking. So yeah, just if you guys want to hit us up and let us know what works best for you.
Yeah.
Additionally, as I got onto YouTube, so we kind of were discussing, well, what are some options that we can do when uploading to YouTube, because we can't upload the songs to YouTube, unfortunately, because of their copyright. We can do Friday, and we can do the song that we played at the end, which I keep forgetting the name of that one, but I can't remember. But the one that we play at the end, you guys know the one. You'll hear it later. But Friday and the song we play at the end are allowed on YouTube, so we can play those, thankfully, because it would suck if we couldn't. But all the songs we play in the middle, so all the songs we play today: August, The Judge, Famous Last Words, Always, and Entertainment, we can't play when we upload it to YouTube. But what we did start doing is uploading the raw audio to Google Drive, and then uploading the link to that in the description to YouTube. So if you're someone who enjoys us talking and don't really care about the music, then you can just watch the YouTube video. But if you're someone who cares about all of it together with the music itself, you can go to the link for the YouTube video, which if you subscribe to us, which is Dead Zone Radio on YouTube. If you subscribe to us, if you get the video in your subscription box and you go and watch it, you can go to the link there, and you will see an unedited, unabridged version in the description that you can go and listen to. It's just a link to a Google Drive. Anybody can listen to it.
This is where we hack into your account and steal all your information.
Yes, exactly. It is a phishing link, so please have fun with that.
Please, thank you.
So excited
Please
to get into your
click.
banks and find all of your
all
private
your-
photos.
Yep,
Oh my gosh, they responded.
No way, they already
Yes,
did.
they
They already
did
did. Dang.
Dang.
Dead Zone Radio fan page responded.
Well, anyway, while they look at that,
They-
I'm going to discuss on how much of a struggle it is to have No Shave November. So I'm going to throw Josh under the bus here, but he has a valid reason. He has a valid reason
Wait.
for No Shave November.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so No Shave November, we all know it makes sense, right? So we were all like, oh, us three boys, let's do No Shave November. Let's just all do it as a group, as a fun group, as three guys doing No Shave November. And so Josh sent us a message in the group chat, and it was just like, hey guys, I couldn't do it. And the reason he being this is because we lost our jobs, and so we have to do job interviews. And so Josh shaved, while me and Ryan are both struggling over here with our itchy, scratchy beards. Would you even call that? Beards?
I don't.
Stubble?
Stubble,
Disgusting,
probably. I don't know.
gross.
Yeah, mine's mostly stubble, but
Well,
it's
the
too
thing
soft
is,
at this point, really.
okay, but here's the thing: is like Bryce and Ryan like don't look bad. Like the thing is that it just looks kind of like natural for them. But like mine like grows in really dark, but also really patchy. So it like, bruh, I was looking so rough, and so like I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna stick through it. But then we lost our job, and then I was like, well, now I have to do an interview. Like I have to go do a job interview. So like I'm not interviewing for a job, but I'm gonna go in and talk to them and see if they're hiring, like willing to hire, whatever. But I was like, I can't go in there looking like this.
We only
like,
hire guys with
Yeah.
scratchy beards.
no, dude, I was looking so rough. So I was like, I literally cannot go in there and ask for a job looking like this, or they're gonna think that I like just rolled out of bed, which I did, by the way. But but I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. Yes, I've been feeling horrible about having to shave, but alas, at least it was
He's
for a good
failed
cause.
us.
No, it was for a good cause, and I didn't just quit on y'all.
All right. Well, if you get hired to Vans, you have to give me that discount, and you have to give me some. Give me some shares.
Josh is always very pessimistic of himself, so take any criticism of himself that he has and kind of not only take it with a grain of salt, but instead take a whole like spoonful of honey with it. Because he thinks he didn't look good. Bryce and I can say he looked just fine.
I'd kiss him.
We both kissed him.
Yeah, I'd kiss him.
Bruh,
Right there on the lips.
Let's kiss him now.
No,
You know what?
no, all right. Okay,
Come on,
okay,
Josh.
all right. Okay, all right.
Let's kiss him now. Let's kiss him now, guys.
Yeah, it was looking rough for me, but like I had to do it. I had to do it, and you can call me deserter.
So I want just some.
Yeah,
ASMR.
let's just. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
I hope you can hear.
Here's the sound of my baby skin on the mic. tell me if you can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it.
You hear it?
I don't know if you want to hear that, but that was my baby.
Here's the
skin.
sound of us kissing Josh on his baby skin.
Oh, bruh.
This turned into like a really different podcast.
Well, boys, let me read what the fan page said.
Okay.
So we asked the fan page live on air if you didn't hear. Why Aang? Why Aang in the picture? They said, Aang is our Lord and Savior. Who else other than the mighty twink Lord Avatar Aang who can bend the earthly elements at and to his own will? Okay, so it's a gay person. So I know it's a gay person that said this. Which narrows it down to really 3 people in my mind.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna...
I don't think you can
Yeah.
say that,
not-
but
yeah, obviously not.
but yeah, I don't know. But the thing is those are like the same couple of people that we were thinking.
I know.
So that doesn't really narrow it down at all. That if
But
anything,
now I got to figure out who was also
well, I
watched
guess
Avatar.
at least it confirms like that at least we're kind of on the right
thing
track.
is,
Yeah.
I kind of wish we had more listeners and we didn't know who they were, just so we could.
So I know one person it's not now. So I can think of 2 people I initially thought maybe
So are
that
we
it's
trying
not.
to find out?
Like
Because it seems like we're trying to find out.
Like-
The thing
No, no,
is, like, I don't want. To.
I don't want to have a
I
confirmed
never want it
answer.
confirmed, but like we definitely have theories that we go
Yeah,
through.
we're
but-
conspiracy theorists.
Someone just texted, I swear it's not me.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wait, you're gay?
I think I now know who it is.
Yeah. No, I think I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
just gonna
think
leave it
we're
at that.
thinking the same person.
Okay, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
but
I think I now know who it is
interesting.
though.
So crazy.
Wow. Another exciting thing. I know we're getting to the end of our show here, but Josh had a great idea for us, and we'd like to get some people's suggestions.
so funny.
We're gonna do it, but we just need to know the right strand. You know.
Yeah, we'll use that word.
So if any of you have watched on
We're
YouTube,
collecting STD.
if any of you are watching YouTube, they do like those unabridged anime things where they voice over and do like comedy anime voiceover things. We would love to do one of
Very
those.
serious animes, so like, or like TV shows that maybe just aren't in the English language.
Well, really
Like,
just
No, anime.
Fine.
Only
It
anime.
has to be anime.
yeah. I'm
Okay,
kind of thinking
okay.
anime. So like,
Alright, so all you degenerates out there.
so I've watched the Code Geass unabridged, which is the one where, what do you mean you're at soup? You know, we all love that one. I watched an Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright unabridged one.
I watched like the Yu-Gi-Oh one, and also they did like one episode of Attack on Titan. I watched.
Yeah,
that one,
there's
too.
a One Piece one. They're very funny.
Yeah.
And so
So
Josh
you
had the great
could-
idea
you
of
could
us
give
doing
us
one of
like a random scene or like an episode you want us to look at through a show or just a show in general, and we just
Well,
pick
'cause-
out
well,
one.
I
originally
want an
it could-
example of a slice of life anime. If somebody knows a good one out there, we want one that none of us have ever seen before.
I was thinking Clannad. I've only seen half of it.
well, then we can't do it.
Well, the thing is, originally in my mind is I was thinking we could just do scenes from even popular ones, like even like scenes that we've all seen before,
Attack
like
on Titan and
like
all
yeah,
that.
sure,
Yeah.
it could just be
Haven't
scenes
seen
because the thing is so we could do like full episodes of a show, But the thing is I also know that not everyone here watches anime, and like and not that anyone has to watch it, but
You do have to watch anime.
We'd upload it to the radio channel. But the thing is I also know that not everyone watches it, so like that might be a little bit much to swallow. And I mean, I'm sure we could make it funny, and I would enjoy it. But like just doing scenes from a classic one might be fun as well. So I don't know. It really depends. Maybe if y'all listeners want to chime in on whether you'd like to see a full thing or just like scenes, that'd be awesome. Recommendations for shows or scenes would be great as well. Just whatever you guys have.
Yeah, so any
Love to hear it.
suggestions you have, that would be great. But yeah,
Tweet
it
at
sounds
us,
like it'd be a lot of fun.
Comment on our Instagram, most recent Instagram post.
Yeah, or you can text us, tweet us, Twitter us, Twixt us.
Whatever.
You can also message us on Snapchat.
Yeah, we do have a Snapchat.
No,
yeah,
don't. No,
we do.
don't. No,
We do.
Mm-mm.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, is it time for your rap?
It's time for his
It
rap.
is. It is.
All right.
Time to wrap this up with a rap.
So, how have we never done that before?
Oh,
Yeah.
Because we're all stupid.
I guess we are, yeah. Well, let's see. Your words were drum, which you could have done plural, drum, drums, spatial, and hydro flasks.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah. I didn't do hydro flasks. I just did hydro flask. Is that
okay. Well,
okay.
let's hear it.
This is fun.
Everybody open your
also,
eyes.
Also,
Everyone
to let
quiet-
you know,
quiet, please.
this one isn't like a rap. It's more of like a slam poem.
Okay.
So when I'm done, I expect to hear. I
Okay.
expect to hear those snaps.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So everyone, quiet on
Okay.
set. Quiet on set.
And actually, when you're done as well, when it has come through the audio, please post on our Instagram photo the snapping emoji.
Snapping. Yeah.
Everybody post on the snapping
I'd
emoji on our
love to see
Instagram
this one.
picture.
Is there a
Finished.
snapping emoji?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, well, I'm stupid.
Maybe.
If there's not, do the clapping
do a
emoji.
soft clapping. You have to
Yeah.
put like in
Or
parentheses soft. and
or
then the
just
clap.
say like in asterisks like snap.
Snapping.
Snap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
snaps.
Snap.
Okay.
Snap. Or send a Snapple picture.
Snaps, raw, LXD.
Yeah. So, anyways, okay. So the words were drum, hydro flask, and spatial, and I wrote, "It's a pounding in my ears. It resonates in between. The hallway is a drum, and we're hitting it on beat. The familiar, oh so similar, droning walk of us. Blinded by iPhones and TikTok, suffocated by hydro flasks and scrunchies, and I oop. Accidentally bumping into my neighbor, but did I like it? Touch-starved and craving attention, I traded spatial awareness for likes and status updates the moment I was able to. Without my parents' permission, of course. That was the last of my rebellion. Little did I know that signing up for Facebook, hiding from parental supervision, I was signing away my rights to individuality. Now I'm wildly inconvenienced by a password reset and lack of a charging port. Shackled to my cellular on a cellular level. The backs of my eyelids might as well be a screen, because when I turn my phone off, my mind scrolls through a feed of everyone and everything, reminding myself that they're all better than me. It seems I'm only ever awake when I dream, but I put myself to sleep when I open up my eyes and turn on my screen." There we go. Thank you.
Okay, that really deserved a million snaps. Oh my gosh.
That last bit. Yeah, it seems to me from that one. I think you had to get those words out of the way, and then you could get to the meat of
Well,
it.
the thing is originally when I was writing it, I was like, do I do like another funny one or what am I doing? And that was kind of one of those ones where actually it wasn't so much like I have to get the words out of the way and then I got to do this. It was more like I wrote it and then I finished the words and then I just like ended up having
You found
more
some
that I
more
wanted
stuff.
to say. Like
Gotcha.
I was like, there's more I want to say here.
I
so.
think at the end of this, no joke, we have to make like a book or something that has
Definitely.
all of these
and, like,
compiles.
illustrations.
And then
to
they
it.
can buy it on.
Yes.
They can buy it
Yeah.
on our Patreon because we need money and we're jobless.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
We are marketing ourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. So,
But y'all, like listening to these, you have to hear
We
the
definitely
talent
put it
in
to
this
a
boy.
publishing agency.
Oh my gosh.
would you like to hear it again?
Yes, let's hear it again.
Okay.
Hear it again,
All
part
right,
two.
be ready with those snaps, fellas.
Okay.
All right. So, it's a pounding in my ears. It resonates in between. The hallway is a drum, and we're hitting it on beat. The familiar, oh so similar, droning walk of us. Blinded by iPhones and TikTok, suffocated by hydro flasks and scrunchies, and I oop. Accidentally bumping into my neighbor, but did I like it? Touch-starved and craving attention, I traded spatial awareness for likes and status updates the moment I was able to. Without my parents' permission, of course. That was the last of my rebellion. Little did I know that signing up for Facebook, hiding from parental supervision, I was signing away my rights to individuality. Now I'm mildly inconvenienced by a password reset and lack of a charging port. Shackled to my cellular on a cellular level. The backs of my eyelids might as well be a screen, because when I turn my phone off, my mind scrolls through a feed of everyone and everything, reminding me that they're all better than me. It seems I'm only ever awake when I dream, but I put myself to sleep when I open up my eyes and turn on my screen.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
There we go. Snaps, fellas. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Very good. Very
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
y'all wish you had the talent.
Yeah.
I wish I had
Queen.
talent.
King.
But thank you.
King,
King.
we
Thank you.
stand,
I
we
stand.
stand,
Short
we
king.
stand, we stand, we stand, we stand, we stand, we stand.
I'm standing.
We are standing for their king.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you.
That's weird. I haven't gotten any. Oh, yeah, I did. I got one person that put the snaps in the description of the last
Did we?
Instagram picture. Only one though, so I'm still waiting on the
So,
rest of you.
they all hate us. I think.
Weird. Guess you
Yeah.
all hate us then.
Okay. Well,
I'm used to it, so it's fine.
it's 2:34, and I have a job interview to go to. So
Well,
I
why
think
don't we do ourselves a little outro then?
it's we get our what's the song?
Oh
okay.
yeah, the song we play at the end.
Just cue it up. I'm pretty sure they'll get it.
Norway,
No, Ireland.
Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ethiopia, I think. That's
That's it.
the
Oh,
one.
That's gotta be it.
right, right.
Ethiopia.
Well,
yeah.
Well, you can go. And thank you all so much for listening to this show. We are happy to serve you as as presidents of this great world. It is our duty to entertain you through this life, and we're just so proud to have that raw privilege.
Goodbye.
Bryce is leaving. He's just gonna
Not right now.
yeah no.
We'll do it later.
Yeah.
Next week.
All right, bye, Bryce.
Bye, guys.
All right, so Bryce is leaving, and the real show starts now, fellas.
All right,
Bryce
Dead
is gone,
Zone
so the real
2,
show
baby.
starts.
Hot and bothered.
All right, bye.
This is the show where Josh and I kiss for an hour. Josh, you taste good.
Is that Doritos?
Only the best for my friend.
Anyways, fellas, so thank you all for listening. I guess we'll cue up the last song.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, again, we are Dead Zone Radio on Instagram. We are Dead Zone on Air on Twitter. The Dead Zone Radio on Snapchat, and check us out on YouTube, where we will be posting the recording of this episode to there. If you want to show your friends, it would mean a lot to us if you guys shared this episode around with people that you don't care about. Because you hate them and they're your enemies and you want to make them suffer, and listening to the show is suffering. And I know that because all of you are awful people. Goodbye.